I was thinking about the impeachment the other day. And more than just this impeachment, the overall disconnect between so much of the DC GOP and the base. And the disconnect is shocking. The numbers are shocking. When you look at poll after poll, whatever the issue is, be it something individual like impeachment or their thoughts on the issues, it's like they're two different parties. The DC GOP sits here, and the other people, the regular people, you and I, are way over here. And I got to thinking, how did this happen? And how did somebody like Donald Trump come along and figure out how to speak to the base? And that's what he did. Right? It's not as if Donald Trump was a common man. The dude was a freaking billionaire with a supermodel wife, big old Donald Trump private plane, private hotels, a gold-plated apartment. Dude should have had no connection at all. But he did connect because he cared about connecting, because he tried to connect. He spoke the same language they spoke and talked about caring about the same things they cared about. And he understood, and this is where his real power was. He understood the power is not in Washington. The power is with the base. The power isn't in the comfy steak dinners and the fancy meetings and the big, you know what it's like. The big 5-star hotel meeting, bunch of other Republican leaders in there, everybody feeling really important. It feels good. That's not where the real power lies. The real power lies with the base. The GOP is struggling right now mightily. And they're struggling because they're spending way too much time in Washington, D.C., and not near enough time out in the rest of the United States of America. And I do believe 100% it simply comes down to time. I don't believe every disconnected GOPer is somehow a bad, evil person. I'm sure some are, who knows? I do believe, though, they're in Washington, D.C. way too much. Because, look, because of what I do now, TV and radio, I have a lot of friends in Washington, D.C. It's just the nature of what I do. Politicians, pundits, whatever. They are so lost when you talk to them about what normal people live through, normal people care about, normal people go through. They despise everything about the Trump movement, despise everything about the 4 years, and setting Trump aside, they really just hate the base. They think they're a bunch of nutso, crazy, nincompoop racists. I mean, what they say about the base is identical to what the left says about the GOP base. But I don't live in there. I live in Texas. I live in the Texas suburbs. Virtually everything my neighbors care about, that's in line with the GOP base. You see, there's a time problem. There's a serious, serious time problem. And the thing is, the GOP leadership needs to figure this out. And I'll tell you why they need to figure it out. They need to figure this out because I'm worried there's going to be a third party soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.